Good morning, America. Coming at you live from sunny Houston, Texas.
We are here today with Blake Dennis
and Charlotte Schulten. And we're here to discuss a very controversial topic that is being brought up, and there are two sides of the story. So here's the picture that we have right here. Oh, right there. Yeah, so.
We want you all to take a good look at it and assess yourself what your opinions on this. And after that, we will start talking about it ourselves.
Yes. So basically, the situation that they had at hand was there were two people in the workforce that got fired for what they were doing. One of them was a male stripper.
Yes. And one of them was a teacher who was a full-time teacher, and she got fired because someone leaked her nudes that she had on her phone.
So, the case and the thing that a lot of people are having an issue with today is this male porn star / stripper was allowed to return back to the workforce after he was caught doing what he did. And the teacher somehow, was fired because parents figured out that she had nudes. And then so they brought her to the school board and then they took her out.
But many, including myself, think that what was done to the woman is an invasion of privacy. How could someone just leak her nudes? That is something personal to her phone, and you can't do that.
Yeah, you see, that's where I think differently. I feel like, she had the intent on what she was doing, so it's like, it's not being sexist in that way because they're two different situations. The man, he was doing it for an occupational purpose. He was doing it to make money. This teacher, on the other hand, she was just doing it out of leisure, just trying to...
But that's not the point. The point is that he was doing it publicly, and he almost gets awarded for it. He gets a job out of it.
No.
The woman, she was doing it privately and discreetly until someone else invaded her privacy, and then she gets fired for it. So she gets punished for something that the other one got awarded for, just because he was a man.
But the thing that you have to think about is pornography is completely different from sending nudes. Sending nudes to someone kind of reflects your character in a certain sense. If you're doing pornography, you may not even be the kind of person that is depicted in that pornography. You could just be a normal man that goes about his everyday life, but his occupation is filming pornography or being a stripper. You don't know. He may have had no other means of income.
So you're suggesting that sending nudes is a lot worse than being a pornographer?
No, I'm saying that being a porn star, it is judged on different terms. Because when you send nudes, there's not really an intention other than sending these nudes to, perhaps get some kind of feedback or reaction from someone in a certain way of, wanting them to feel desire towards you. Being a porn star.
But that is besides the point. Don't you see this as sexism? One gets awarded for something they do, while the other one does it to a lesser degree. She gets fired for something she didn't even want the public to find out.
I actually think, in this sense, it is sexist towards the men, because in this
the men.
Yes, in this circumstance, the men are being, they're being shown as the victim, really, because if you see the picture, and we'll bring it up again, here it is, the men have two comparison photos, one in a suit and then one in a hard hat with no shirt on, and it could be, seen as kind of like a stripper type thing or a provocative photo. Whereas the woman's side of it, she looks worried, kind of scared for her job. She looks like she's having an interview about what's happening, and she looks very well put. It doesn't show the other side of her or like a little bit of her nudes with like a little blur or something.
Because that is an invasion of privacy. They portray her how she is.
And
she is a responsible woman. While that guy, he he's a pornographer, which is why it's unreasonable that he got a job out of it, so to say, while she got fired because of it.
She got fired because she had different intentions with her nudes.
But they were private. They weren't meant for her students. Her students stole them from her.
Well, the students stole them from her, but she still took them, and she was going to send them to someone. I'm pretty sure this woman wasn't just, taking these nudes for herself. If you
so
think
you're saying because she's a woman, anyone can take her private things?
No, I'm not
it
saying
can be
that.
her intentions.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying these teachers, if they did, a real background check on their employees, they would have figured out fair and square that this man was a porn star / stripper. I mean, if you research people.
So if they did a background check, then why would they have hired him?
I don't know. Maybe they saw the circumstance like I do. It's more of an occupation
But
and
what
a
do
job.
you say that taking nudes is also an occupation? Something that women can choose to do and not be shamed for?
I mean, it depends who their intended audience is. If their
But
intended
her intended audience was obviously not someone in school.
You don't know that though. We don't know that. It doesn't
But
say
they
in the
got
article.
leaked.
They got leaked, but you don't know. Maybe she was gonna send it to one of the students. With this pornographer and part-time stripper, I'm pretty sure he wasn't stripping for the students at the school. And this pornography, he probably didn't intend for these students to go and searching for him on certain porn websites and stuff.
But if the school had done a proper background check, they would have found out that he was a pornographer. And isn't that pretty dangerous to let someone like that into your school?
I mean, not really.
Is it because he's a man, so it's okay?
Well, no, no. I really do not think so. I think because he is a man, and because she's a woman, she's a woman.
So what does that differentiate? Are you saying that one has more prey? One should get more lenience than the other?
No, but I'm just saying through, history and things, occupation, and in the workforce and the workplace, women and men, they are put up to different standards.
Well, so why is that? They're the same people. Are you saying women are more provocative than men?
In a way, they could be seen as more sexual and more
but that's
as
sexist,
a sex object.
Isn't it?
It could be seen as sexist depending on what your views are,
So you're basically agreeing that this is actually gender discrimination.
No, I am saying that there are two different circumstances and that the male, in this case, his circumstance wasn't as bad because it didn't seem like it was intended to, harm any of the students in the school. Her nudes could have been easily sent to a student because you don't know the intent of her taking those nudes.
Well, I disagree.
Okay. Well, that concludes our debate for right now.
We would like you all to think about it, how you feel about the two articles we represented on Twitter.
And we will see you again next time. Thank you.